nice to meet you. I when I saw the movie the first time, I was like, oh, who's this actor playing Igor? He's amazing. And then I realized I'd seen Compartment Number Six before, and I loved Compartment Number Six. So and obviously Sean did as well, because he wanted he saw you in that, and he wanted to put you in a movie. So how did he approach you? Did you actually meet him at Cannes when it was there with Compartment Number Six?
I've not met with him, but I remember that moment when I first time see him. It was during our premiere of Compartment Number Six, and Sean was inside. We entered. It's a very big moment when crew entered to the uh, this building, and
Mhm.
it's lots of cameras, and everybody applause. And that moment when we was in center of all this uh, people, uh, Yuho say hi to some guy, and
Mhm.
I just remember that moment, and it was Sean.
Ah,
Yes, and I didn't know that it's him. So that's it. I've never met with him before, and in Cannes too. He just called me already after 1 year after this festival in 2021.
hmm. Yeah, I spoke to Sean a couple weeks ago, so I talked to him a little bit about it, and he mentioned that story. I wanted to hear your side of things, but also he mentioned that you were very pivotal in even finding Mark to play Vanya. So had you worked with Mark before in other projects?
I've already, yes, but that moment when I said to Sean about him, no, I've uh, I know him around 5 hours. That moment when I recommended to Sean him, but it was like a 1 minute match between me and Mark, and I like him and his energy. That's why I feel that it's uh, that was a reason to say to Sean about him.
Hmm. Okay. When Sean reached back out to you a year later, a year after the festival, did he already have a script? Did he already have some idea of what Igor's part will be in the story? I mean, what did he tell you about it?
Uh, I don't know. He just called me and said that I want to do next film about girl and Russian guys, uh, and I feel that it's interesting, but I've never seen, unfortunately, his films before.
Oh,
And I asked him, "Could I see your films?" And after I've seen that, I understand that okay, I wanna go in anywhere with this man, and it's not so important for me what is the character for me, or who is this guy and what is the story, because it's I feel that it's right energy for me, you know.
yeah. I can't imagine his movies get come over to Russia very much. I mean, I can't imagine Red Rocket or I mean maybe Florida Project, but I can't imagine Red Rocket or Tangerine would normally play in Russia, right? Am I wrong or
No,
does
no, never. No, no, nobody knows Sean in Russia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because no one film was released in Russia.
Hmm.
Э, what? Какой? Был в России? В прокате? А, Project Florida was in Russia, sorry.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
So I didn't know Sean before. Uh it's my bad.
Hmm. For sure, for sure. Yeah. I mean, not many people in the States know his movies. He's still, I mean, Anora is already his biggest movie ever already. It's only been out a few weeks. So, he's becoming more known for sure. Um, one thing I really like is that he used your character comes in and you assume, okay, it's a Russian thug. We've seen them before, but and it's so different. It's not. It's a very different role than we expected. Your character goes in so many interesting places. Was that very obvious to you when you read the script? You read the script that it's going to be a different type of character.
Um, it's I feel that for me, character born in a little bit later, not on a script, but of course, script it's like a map uh for work. But finally, character born in during uh talking with Sean and rehearsal and finally shooting because it's character. It's not some words lines. Some it's energy which is real and only when you start to do uh, only when you start feel reality of all these situations it will come.
And did he allow you and Mikey and the other actors that we were allowed to kind of play around and try to improvise and change things a lot? I mean, I don't know if he does a lot of takes or anything like that. If he just lets you, you know, go with the feeling of the characters.
It was a lot of improvisations. It was a lot of life. I don't know. We spent a couple months together, and it was for me. It was all the same. Today it's work. Okay, we're going together to do some interesting scenes, and tomorrow it's holidays. But we're still together, going somewhere, and still talking about next scenes or previous or our characters or our just about life. It's all one, you know.
Hmm? Was that your first time in Brooklyn when you were shooting this movie? Was that the first time you'd ever been to Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
was my first time in America.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that? What's your experience like? I mean, there must have been like a huge like because it's like I mean, America's crazy, New York is very crazy, and Brooklyn's like very very crazy.
It's very I can say that New York is very comfort for me because it's I can say that Moscow is crazy too, and
Okay,
I feel
fair
New
enough.
York, is uh, it's like Moscow, but different, of course. But energy is very fast, a lot of people, and a lot of mixing of energy everywhere and I feel comfort in this. But of course, it was like a dream. You can understand what's going on. You're in different country. Everybody, you don't know anyone around you, and step by step. I want to say thank you to Sean, Samantha, Mikey, and Mark, of course, that we was like finger
Hmm.
one hand.
Yeah. Let's talk about Mikey a little bit. Working with Mikey because it's interesting. She kind of like she's an actor. She's done a bunch of things. I mean, this movie she kind of learned to speak some Russian. She kind of has the thing. I mean, what was it like working with her? Is she as much a force of nature as her character is?
She is superhero. Yeah, because she could work. I feel that like she never tired and never be uh, angry, and she just I don't know how does it work inside her. Uh, it's she just can turn on in 1 second, and but in real life she very polite and quiet. And every time asking her because it's some difficult scenes and it's already deep night, for example, and I ask her, "How are you?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm okay." And in 1 second, she start screaming and do all this crazy stuff. Just one
Oh
second
wow.
like that. Yes, and for me, I don't know. I couldn't do it in 1 second, and sometimes, of course, you could be angry because of you're hungry, for example.
Hmm.
But she's not. She's every time. Uh, I don't know. She's superhero for me.
Hmm. Great. Lastly, I want to ask. I mean, obviously, I hope people have already seen this movie before they watch this interview. But I mean, the last scene between you two, you're in a car, very intimate scene. I know Sean has this giant 35 millimeter camera, which I'm sure is loud as hell as well as bulky. I mean, what was it shooting that scene like? Did you guys shoot that over a course of a couple days? Did you guys shoot it? I mean, what was it like shooting that really intimate scene with her? Because it's an amazing scene. It really pulls the whole movie together.
It was not easy because it was around 3 days of shooting because we tried to find right energy for this scene and do it again and again, and it's same every time. Uh, it's it's not same, of course. That's why we do it again. But it's same situation, and you have to do it every time, like first time. And okay, you could do it one, two, three, 5 times, but it's already 10, 15 time, and it's already you already hate it. But of course, you have to do it like first time, and I can say that. Now I understand why it was so long because I see what Sean wanted to find in
Hmm.
this scene because of course it's and it's but it was not easy, you know,
Hmm.
for Mikey especially.
Hmm. I can imagine, yeah. Well, it's nice to meet you. I hope you do more movies over here. Not a lot of your Russian work gets over here, unfortunately. I mean, I'm lucky to have seen Compartment Number 6 when I did because it did. You know, we do have. I'm in New York, so we get to see a lot of these movies.